Looking for the perfect action camera in 2025? You're in the right place. In this video, I'll share my top 5 picks, each one personally tested for video quality, audio, battery life, and real-world performance. Whether you're hiking rugged trails, biking through city streets, or diving underwater, I'll help you choose a camera that captures every moment in stunning, pro-level quality. All the cameras I mentioned are linked below with live prices and exclusive discounts. Check the description and grab the one that fits you best. At number 5, best 360-degree action camera for creators, Insta360 X5. I clipped the Insta360 X5 onto my helmet for a trail ride through the hills' golden hour. Shadows getting longer, and I thought for sure I would lose detail in low light. But this thing, it crushed it. Every rock, every branch, every detail in motion stayed tack sharp. I did not even need to correct anything in post. The CMOS sensor and that low light optimization, it is like it sees better than I do. I am talking to you if you are the kind of creator who does not stop moving. Free runners, travel vloggers, solo riders, this cam fits your style. You want to move, shoot, and go. I had it on a selfie stick during a rooftop run. Extended fully, but in the footage, gone. Like a drone was tracking me. The invisible stick effect actually delivers no weird shadows, no stitching errors, just clean, immersive footage. I even dropped it mid-shoot into a stream. I thought, that is it, but it did not even glitch. Still rolling, still clean. It is waterproof, rugged, and those lens guards, swappable on the fly. You are not babysitting gear with this. You are just recording and moving. I ran a full 3-hour time-lapse at the edge of a desert. No backup battery. No overheating. The 135-minute battery life actually holds up. I scrubbed through the footage later, and everything was smooth. Stabilization is just built in, and it actually feels gimbal level. Audio surprised me too. Windy conditions, no external microphone, and I could still use the voice audio straight from the camera. Built-in wind guard works. The touchscreen is big enough that I was framing shots with dirt on my fingers. Mid-hike, no frustration. So if you are someone who does not just review life, but lives it on the move, this is the kind of gear that keeps up with you. At number 4, best waterproof action camera, GoPro Max 360. I took the GoPro Max 360 straight into the ocean, no case, no hesitation, and just let it roll. The moment I dove in, I could see how confidently it handled the pressure. No fogging, no hiccups, and the footage, crystal. It did not matter if I was shooting above the waves or spinning underwater, the 360-degree view stayed smooth, fully stabilized, like the cam was floating in place while I swam around it. During a cliffside dive, I mounted it on my chest rig, jumped into a rocky inlet, and it caught every angle, my feet leaving the rock. The splash, even my face popping up mid-laugh. It just does not miss. I did not think 5.6K would make such a difference, but every single water droplet sparkled on playback. And the audio? Yes. Even underwater clips sounded clean once I stripped them out. GoPro clearly did something right with that microphone design. The best part is you do not even need to think about framing. I was on a kayak trip, just clipped it to my paddle, and later I could reframe the shot in post exactly how I wanted. Over the shoulder, front-facing wide landscape, one clip gave me every angle. It is honestly perfect for creators who hate reshooting because something was off in the frame. Here, you fix that later. Even after getting tossed around in salt water, dropped in sand, and stuffed in a drenched backpack, it just kept going. The touchscreen stayed responsive. The body showed zero stress, and swapping out the micro SD card was quick, even with wet hands. That is what makes it a real action camera. It is not just waterproof on paper, it is battle-tested. At number 3, best action camera for motorcycle riding, Insta360 X4. Mounted this on my helmet during a 200-kilometer ride through mountain switchbacks. And let me tell you, the Insta360 X4 owns the road. The second I hit record and leaned into that first turn, it was already capturing everything. Wind howling, engines roaring, sunlight slicing through the trees, and somehow the X4 kept it all smooth and sharp, like it was locked to a gimbal, even though it was bouncing right with me. What really blew me away? That 8K resolution. I played the footage back later, paused mid-lean, and you could see the road texture, dust flying off the tire, even reflections in my visor. And because it is a 360-degree camera, I was not worried about framing. I just rode. Later, I could reframe for front shots, tail shots, over the shoulder, It is like having a multi-camera setup from a single mount. Then came the rain. I did not even flinch. The X4's waterproofing held up like a champ. No case needed. I rode right through wet roads, splash zones, muddy patches. This thing did not blink. And despite the storm noise, the audio came out clean enough to use straight, thanks to how well it handles wind and engine roar. Battery life. I clocked in over 2 hours of continuous recording without a single swap. That is a full ride session. No interruptions. And since it uses a micro SD card and charges via universal serial bus, I had everything backed up before I even took my gloves off. Touchscreen is solid too bright enough to check framing even under direct sunlight. And that invisible selfie stick effect, it makes your B-roll look like a drone is tailing your ride. I had the cam on a bar mount and the stick just disappeared. What you see is pure motion, pure story, no clutter. At number 2, best action camera for travel and vlogging, GoPro Hero 13. I had the GoPro Hero 13 clipped to my backpack strap the entire trip through Lisbon, and by the end of day 1, I already knew this thing was built for travel creators. I would walk out of a quiet cafe into full sunlight, then duck into a dim alley, and the footage stayed balanced the whole time. That new hybrid stabilization, unreal, even while I was walking on cobblestone streets. Filming B-roll one-handed with an espresso in the other, the shots came out buttery. I used it handheld most of the time. It is super light, barely noticeable, but it never once felt fragile. Took a splash during a beach shoot, grabbed a couple underwater shots just off the coast, and did not think twice. The waterproofing on this thing is dependable, which is exactly what you want when you are moving fast between scenes and do not have time to baby your gear. The 5.3K at 60 frames per second video is not just marketing. I captured golden hour at the Alfama district, and it was cinematic right out of the camera. The shadows, the skin tones, the way the sun bounced off the buildings, every little detail held up, even when I zoomed in during editing. And those 27 megapixel stills? Absolute lifesaver for thumbnails. I literally pulled a few snapshots straight from the video, and they looked like professional camera shots. Battery life gave me just enough to cover half a day of exploring, around 75 to 80 minutes. I kept a power bank in my sling, gave it a quick top up between food breaks, and I was back filming in minutes. It connects over Bluetooth fast, synced clips to my phone without a hitch, and the autofocus stayed tight, even when I panned quickly between street musicians, markets, and monuments. It is that camera you do not have to overthink. You just press record and keep living your day. And every clip feels ready for upload. At number 1, best action camera for daily use, DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. I started using the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro as my everyday carry camera, just tossed it in my sling bag and took it everywhere. Morning walks, gym sessions, grocery runs, rooftop sunsets. It is that kind of camera, compact, always ready, and unbelievably reliable. First day I tested it, I was shooting a time-lapse during a sudden downpour, and the footage came out so stable and sharp, you would think I had it mounted on a tripod under shelter. Nope, just handheld, fully soaked, and the waterproof body handled it like a champ. What makes this camera perfect for daily use is how ridiculously fast it wakes up. I would double tap, and the dual OLED touchscreens light up instantly. No lag, no waiting. I was already recording before the moment passed. I shot an entire hyperlapse, walking through a crowded street market, one hand filming, the other sipping juice. And that 360-degree horizon steady stabilization kicked in hard. Even through bumps and turns, the video stayed locked and smooth, like I had a gimbal tucked in my wrist. I have set it up in my kitchen too. Just placed it on the counter while brewing coffee or slicing up dinner. The CMOS sensor on this thing delivers solid dynamic range, even in mixed lighting. Early morning shadows, indoor lights, low evening light, the color still holds up. No weird noise, no flat shadows. And the autofocus? Fast. Whether I am pointing it at my face or a latte pour, it knows what to track. Battery life surprised me for a compact camera. 135 minutes of real-world shooting is impressive. I did not have to swap or plug in, even after filming in bursts throughout the day. The audio? I have not touched an external microphone yet. Built-in pickup is clean, even with background noise or wind, totally usable for everyday vlogs or quick commentary. Liked any camera? I have added all the updated and discounted links in the description.